Hi guys, it's Babs with Listen to Your Inner You. Thank you for watching and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe because it's awesome. I have a donation link below if you feel like donating. Otherwise, my website is listentoyourinneryou.com and you can book sessions on there. It'll show up in your time zone. That's perfect and easy to manifest, to book. I wanted to talk about manifesting for others because I get that question a lot. Babs, what about manifesting for others? When I teach everyone how I manifest and they're like, oh my God, this feels so good, right? Well, manifesting for others is actually really easy and so much easier than for yourself because we tend to have a lot less resistance and attachment towards others. You want them to feel great, but you're not needing it as much because when we manifest it for ourselves, and especially something bigger, or something we really, really, really want, right? That's usually attachment if we really, 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 really want it because then we kind of emotionally need it. And that emotional need is attachment, and that usually comes from not feeling good enough or not feeling enough or not deserving, etc., etc. It comes from bigger things such as core beliefs and other beliefs. That's just resistance coming up. So we tend to have a lot less resistance and attachment towards other people. I have manifested for my friends so easily. I think the most I put effort in was for my one friend. I think I said it 2 or 3 times that I want them to get married, and the next time I saw her, like, oh, we've been thinking about getting married. I'm like, yes. Or this happened recently. My friend is also a real estate agent, and she's been living in Colorado and California, and I really want. I'm selfish. I really wanted her here more, although she still lives a little bit away from me. I still wanted her closer than California. Although I have no problem flying out to California because it's gorgeous out there. But I wanted her in Colorado because I really love her and I wanted her closer. So I thought, you know what? I want her closer. I want her to live in Colorado. She doesn't need to go to California. I was just doing natural thoughts about it once. I did it once. Guess what? She just told me, this was a couple of weeks later because we just hadn't talked about it, but sometimes things take time to develop as well. And on her side, there's a whole bunch of things going on that developed to the outcome that she told me that they're going to stay in Colorado for now and make Colorado their main home base for now. And my neighbor's dog is totally barking and cheering me on, right? But that took one time thinking about it, and it worked. So it's a lot easier because we don't have that emotional need around it that we're driven by. Our desires usually come with the desire of feeling good enough or loved or successful. There's always a motive behind it, and that creates attachment and resistance, right? So manifesting for others, you have to put a lot less effort in. Again, if I want something, I usually try to visualize it. I don't just do one thing. I do visualization. I say an affirmation, but it's more of a natural affirmation. And I focus on the end result feeling. So I focus on what it would feel like as she's telling me that they're staying in Colorado, and it felt just so good and happy and relieved, right? So I always do a combo of focus work exercises, and it just lasts for a couple seconds, right? I don't focus long. You don't have to. Living in the end is just the focus work. So I did that once and it worked, and I was like, yeah, I'm so good at this. Again, I also have changed all those major core beliefs. I put a lot of effort into it, and it does help to manifest things so much faster because when you truly have the belief set to positive that you're good enough and worth it and deserving and enough, then things just fall into place so quickly and so easily, and you have to put a lot less effort in. That's why I'm promoting this belief changing so much instead of just getting hung up on the right now, I want this result right now. Because as long as you're hung up on getting the results, you have attachment and or resistance, could be both. And you're needing it. That's definitely attachment. So when you get rid of that by changing those core beliefs, you're getting rid of so much neediness and attachment, and you can manifest things like this. Big, small, doesn't matter. I'm not making this up. This is what I've gone through. This is my experience. It makes things so much easier, and it just supports it because these deep beliefs that we have, when they're set to positive, you get a lot more positive outcomes than negative outcomes. A lot more positive outcomes than negative. Not saying that all negative will be gone forever because it's kind of unrealistic. I guess anything is possible, but I'm not expecting nothing negative to ever happen again. I just now know that things are going to always be more positive than negative, and I'm okay with that. I don't ask for much. At some point, it is enough. There is an enoughness thing, right? And if there's more, then awesome. If not, then I'm not expecting more. But again, when you manifest for friends, do the same you do for you. Again, I don't promote ever to do affirmation looping unless you're changing a belief. But for manifesting, I never promote that. And for me, I do visualization, get in the end result feeling, and do an affirmation that says I have the end result. So I was like, oh, I love that she lives in Colorado full time. This is amazing. And I get into the feeling of it, and I don't even have to do the visualization if I don't want to. So it's pretty darn amazing, and it's so easy. Again, you can manifest for others really easily. You don't usually have to put a lot of effort in. If something doesn't work, it's probably a belief that's overriding it. And now my cat is talking too. They're all just supporting me today, and they're supporting you guys. They're here for you. But again, manifesting for others is easy because we have so much less resistance and attachment towards them. So I put very little effort into it, and then it usually, it might take a little longer, but there's usually no urgency for them either. The urgency usually is on my end for myself. It's like, oh my God, I need this right now, right? For others, it's a little more lax. And if you do have attachment, you do the same steps 1, 2, 3, 4 in my manifesting steps video. And it is the same process. And yes, you can manifest for others. In general, everyone is you pushed out. We know that. Everyone is a reflection of you. So if you have your beliefs and thoughts and limitations and everything kind of on the more positive side, things are easier to manifest, and you'll have a lot less issues manifesting for others. And in general, the people that are really close to you, they tend to obviously push you out more. If you see them more, if you talk to them more, then they push you out even more. So you don't even have to change them. You're the change. You've heard that saying, right? You are the change. That is true. So whatever you do inside of you will reflect through others at all times. And that's quite pretty when you have positive belief in place. When you have negative belief in place, which we all do, and we all have to work through it, every single one of us. I've not met one person who had all the core beliefs in place. I think it's part of probably life and learning how to be happy and learning how to work through that and really appreciating life. Don't know what the theory behind that is, universe. That'd be great if you answered that, but that's my guess. That's what my higher self told me. But we all can do it. You don't have to be stuck where you are. You don't have to be stuck feeling how you feel, who you are. If you don't like who you are, if you don't like what's pushing out, then you don't like who you are, certain things about you, and you can change that. You're never stuck. So again, manifesting for others is really easy, and that's all I wanted to say. Bye.